Good morning. Welcome back to Lifelong Guru Guy. I'm going to pull in a little bit closer here because Lulu wants to be part of this. Come on, Lulu. Come on. So Lulu just wants to say hi. Say hi, Lulu. Over here. Say hi. So, welcome back to Lifelong Guru Guy. I have to apologize that I haven't done a video for a little bit. Due to work, as you know, got to pay the bills, got to work. Traveling around the state during the during the pandemic, and doing flu shots. It's the height of flu season right now, and I'm burnt out. 4 days in a row of flu shots galore. I've worked up in Rumford, Livermore Falls, in my own store, and it's been brutal. To be honest with you, it's been pretty brutal. But like I tell every customer, yes, I'm tired. Yes, I'm pretty much exhausted. However, it's for a good cause. You know, every shot that I give is making a community healthier, and hopefully it will keep people healthy. And one of the things that I think, and I just say think, that will probably make people healthier during this flu season is the fact that, everyone is pretty much on board with wearing a mask now. So, you know, the reason behind that, obviously, for the pandemic, for Corona, but obviously if you got a mask on, it's going to also help you with the flu. So let's hope that, you know, the downside of being in a pandemic is that you have to wear a mask, but the good side is that people are getting their flu shots and people are wearing masks. So I'm really hopeful that this year's numbers for flu will be down. We'll see. Time will tell. But I'll tell you right now, people are listening, and this is another thing. I'm supposed to be talking about movies, which we are, but I always like to put some personal notes in here too, because people are listening to the CDC and getting your flu shot, and people usually have been holding off this time of year to get their flu shots. They usually get them later. But because the CDC said, go get it now, well, good old government, it's great. I agree with it. It's 100% accurate. They should be doing that. However, I guess the manufacturers of the flu shots didn't get on board that this was a reality and that it was going to happen. So, you know, we get our normal shipments. Every store that I know of got their regular shipments of a flu vaccine, and so many stores. I've worked, like I say, I've worked 3 stores, and my store is sold out of the Senior 5 adult vaccine right now. So if you're watching this and you're in that community, save a trip. Don't go in there. Hoping to get more in a week, but we'll see. Livermore Falls had some. They had quite a bit. However, all the other pharmacies all around Livermore are sold out. Like the Hannafords, I don't know about the other ones, but Hannaford was definitely sold out. And all the Walgreens in the area, all sold out. Winthrop sold out. By sold out, I mean the senior vaccine. We do have the regular vaccine now. So at least people under 65 can still get immunized. So, that being said, now back to the reason that the Guru channel is back. So today on the Lifelong Guru Guy, we are going to talk about the top 10 top grossing movies box office worldwide throughout the creation of movies, I guess you would say, the beginnings. So I have the top 10, and I have them all. Some of them on 4K, some of them want to buy on 4K, and it's on my want list, but have not yet purchased them, and I'll tell you about it. And then there's some that are only out on Blu-ray, and I'm waiting anxiously for it to change so that I can have them all on 4K technology. So the first movie that we're going to talk about is not on the top 10 list. Oh, you know what? I'll be right back really quick. Hold on, hold the thought. I'm coming back. Here we go. So this is the honorable mention. I do apologize. I thought, and I did, I got the movie out. So we'll show you first. Here it is. Of course, everyone knows the Wizard of Oz, a classic. But, of course, the downside, we're talking the highest grossing dollar amount of all time. So the downside to this, it was made in 1939. So, as great of a movie as this is, and in 4K, can you see that? Oops. It's actually in 4K. The inside is just the same as the outside. Same thing on the... and also, I will tell you, I didn't pull it, but I also... Can you believe they made this in 3D? I don't even know how they did that, but they did. And, more importantly, of course, back in my DVD days, before the advent of Blu-ray or 4K, I got this puppy. This is the deluxe edition of The Wizard of Oz. And this was, and is probably still, a very rare part of my collection. So it comes with stills, a book, the movie. Let's see if I can open this up and show you. So here's the actual book. I think this is actually, this is the script, basically. The original script from The Wizard of Oz. And then we got here, real quick, some of the original photos. I'm going to do this real quick because I don't want to bend these too much. Let's see if you can see them. So those original stills. And then, of course, the movie. And I don't think it came with it. I'm going to look here real quick. There's a poster. I'm not really sure what happened to my poster. I probably hung it up somewhere. But, anyways, it was a very important part of my collection back in the day. Once again, I have it in 3D, but I don't have it out right now. I'll tell you that. So now we're going to break into the top 10. Got my little check sheet here, so we can give you some figures. So, at number 10, we have, right here, Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. So, Wizard of Oz came out in 1937, and most probably the reason why it didn't take in as much money as this film, which also came out in 1937. Can you believe it? 1937? This is when my parents would have been kids. And as far as I know, this is obviously the Blu-ray. And this is not available in 4K that I know of yet. Keeping an eye out for it. And just so you know, I'm going to go over the figures. So worldwide, in at number 10, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs pulled in $184 million, $925,486. So that was number 10. Coming in at number 9. Ooh, let's hope that saves. Coming in, another box set and another part of my DVD collection, box sets. Once again, I'm not 100% sure if this has come out. Nothing on the back. We will open this up here. So, nice little carrying case. And this also, like the Wizard of Oz, it also comes with still photos. So I'm not going to show you all of them. Actually, this is the book, probably the script. I don't know if it talks about it. This is a Western Union. I'm not really sure what that's about, but probably when maybe they read the script, and that's the original Western Union. This is a letter to Mr. O'Shea, so I'm not really sure who or what that's all about. But here you go. You can do some research. Probably a lot of original letterheads from people discussing the movie. Then we'll pop over here, and here we have Gone with the Wind and a book, talks about the film, probably a lot of the pictures and stills from the film. So this looks like just a collection of stills from the film. So that was very nice. We have here some more pictures, just junk mail here, telling you buy more movies. So I think that's it on this side. Of course, here is the disc, which somehow, oh, you know what this is? This is the original soundtrack, I do believe. I don't think this is the DVD. As far as I know, I think this is the original soundtrack. So this is actually a CD, and because I was going to say, I usually put all my DVDs inside my player, but this is the soundtrack, so that's why it's not in my player. And then, of course, over here, wow, this is stacked, is another book. Okay, yeah, this is where the actual discs were held. So it's a 3-disc set on DVD. Very, very, very long movie. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but it is a very long movie. So that is probably the reason why that it is in here. And then I'm not sure what this is. Oh, just more photos. There's the mansion. So this was and is one of my prized possessions. Not even really a big Gone with the Wind fan, but I will tell you that this is quite an incredible collection. It's being a collector, being a guru, this was a nice pickup. A lot to it, and I really enjoyed this, and still do. And I have viewed the picture and like it very much. I didn't give you the figures. 1939, Gone with the Wind knocked off Snow White and earned $402,352,579. Oops, I'm gonna back up a little bit. So there's that, and Gone with the Wind was the champion for a amount of time which nobody thought was gonna ever get beaten. But guess what? A director named William Friedkin decided, I can knock that off, and I'm going to do it with not just a classic, but I'm going to do it in a genre that nobody ever would expect would make massive amounts of money. So, horror film, The Exorcist. What a classic film. So, this is actually just my DVD. I do own it in Blu-ray. I didn't dig it out, but I pulled this just because this is the original release of the DVD back in 1997, one of the first DVDs that they actually made. They've come out with a bunch of different releases, and the one that's kind of interesting is the one that says the version you've never seen before, and that's the version where you actually see the little girl from The Exorcist doing the backwoods spider walk down the stairs. And then spitting up blood or something. Oh my God. So it's bad enough that this, as scary as this film was back in the 70s, and then you add that scene to it. Then, whoa, that would have rocked. People probably never would have slept anymore after that, because holy cow, that made it extremely scary even in today's standard of horror films. So 1973 coming in at number 8, knocked off Gone with the Wind, $441,306,145. Next, because the next one coming in at number 7 is a movie that they said, oh, well, if one guy can do great with a horror film, it's time to come out with another horror film. So here it is, the classic. I picked this up. This is the 100th anniversary of Jaws on Blu-ray, released in 1975. Love it. Great film. Classic film. And when I said that I was waiting to pick up some movies on the 4K standard, this is number 1 on my list. Oh, I am waiting to buy this. Now you're saying, well, why didn't you go buy it? Well, the reason why I haven't bought it is because it's also extremely expensive, because it's a relatively new release. So I try to save money whenever I can, so I don't sink the ship on my Blu-ray purchasing, or my purchasing in general. So I try to wait, 3-4 months after release of the movies, and then see if the price drops. I mean, you're going to be paying, $29.99 or maybe even the 30s for the 4K release of Jaws. I think it's calmed down a lot. I haven't really checked it out because I've been too busy. But so Jaws knocked off The Exorcist 1975, $961,371. Takes over the top spot. So then, of course, everybody that has lived a life as long as I have lived, which is probably my high school and college friends, who's not going to know this movie? I mean, talk about classic. So, horror genre has been doing great. So now, here comes the science fiction. George Lucas, as we know. Star Wars. Now, this one is actually the entire, all 9 films. But the one that I'm obviously talking about is the very first one. I call it Star Wars, but, probably my kids would be like, oh, Dad, that's not Star Wars, that's A New Hope. Well, no. To me, it is and will always be the original Star Wars. There's only one Star Wars that came out in 1977, and that's the first. I'm trying to get the glare off this. This is the Blu-ray collection. Now this is another one. This is available. I think all the original, actually I think all of them now are available in 4K. I haven't really bought them all. I did just pick up Empire Strikes Back in 4K, primarily because it said that it was the best 4K Star Wars movie that was out there. They haven't been getting really great reviews on those. So I just wanted to see how the picture quality and everything does before I did that. So, okay, so that was Star Wars coming in next in 1977. Ooh, that jumped up to $775,768,912. Now I'm getting these figures from the box office mojo.com. It's a lifetime gross of the film. They look at international sales all around the world. They add everything together. I'm not 100% sure, but it might even include like the DVD. I mean, maybe purchases for the home. But I think in the back of my head, I'm thinking now that it's just the theatrical dollars that they come up with these figures for. I don't think it includes like DVD and all those sales. Because I think if that were the case, you'd see like Wizard of Oz way up there. Anyways, that's coming in at number 6. So, who thought that anything would knock off Star Wars? Well, so we had 2 horror. So guess what? Now we have 2 back-to-back science fiction. Yeah, this little guy from outer space captured everyone's hearts. Now this is the 4K release of it. Now, once again, my DVD collection, I spent extra to get the box set. Once again, this is a huge part of my collection. Back in the day, I think it was like 2003 I bought this. I'm not going to open this one up, but it is what it is. It's just, I'll just open it up to this part. So there's a book, a big book in here, and then it goes through, the same as the other ones, probably the film, the music soundtrack. I'm sorry, it's a little dusty. It's been down in my collection up on the top shelf in the premiere part of it. So E.T. knocked off Star Wars, 1982, brought in $793,482,178. So we thought that was going to hold it for a while, but once again, here comes. I don't know if you call this an action film or if you would call this science fiction, but it's definitely action. The original, now this is the entire collection. I have Jurassic Park Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World in this collection, and this is on 4K. So a great purchase. I try to tend to buy these ones that are multi-movie collections, 1, 2, 3. I try to buy them in a bulk format. Well, 1, because I like the box sets, but 2, because the prices, if you buy them all together, you usually save money, and that's why I do it. So Jurassic Park bumped out E.T. 1993. It was 11 years that E.T. held its record. So Jurassic Park went up to, the first time it topped $1 billion. 33 million. 916,931. That's a lot to say. So, whoever thought that would be beat? Well, Somebody did. Someone named James Cameron decided, oh, Terminator did well, but it just didn't make, as much as popular as Terminator was. Of course, everyone knows Titanic. So, yeah, the love story, the movie that captivated the world at the time. And this is one that is been out on Blu-ray. This copy, I don't know if you can see, is actually released in 3D. Who would ever thought that they would, 3D on Titanic? I mean, really? What's so 3D about Titanic? Maybe the ship sinking, I don't know. But that's not out on 4K. I can't believe it's not. You'd think a huge moneymaker like Titanic, they would be wanting to make as much money as possible and release it in 4K, but they have not done that yet. So Titanic, ooh boy, did that take a knock off Jurassic Park. Almost doubled it. 1997, $2 billion, 195,169,869. That's in third place all time for number one. So, next up, James Cameron said, well, if I can do it once, I can do it twice. So here he comes again. So, he came out with a science fiction movie, Avatar, about a complete different world. This is the 3D, the 3D version. And this is, it came out on 3D a couple times. So, just because I'm such an avid collector, I bought it again in 3D. I think maybe the first version of the 3D wasn't a great exact copy for it. So I picked it up again. That one has a nice hologram. And then I just picked it up on regular DVD, which I think probably these have the regular DVD included, but I think I was a little Avatar crazy at the time, just because it just, I didn't think anything. I was like, this movie is going to be top money maker forever. There's nothing's going to touch this, ever. I was wrong, because you're going to see the number one in a second. Avatar came out in 2009 and made $2,790,439,092. So that held the record for 10 years. And like I said, I never in my wildest dreams ever thought that anyone could ever top that. I thought that was going to be there forever. Kind of like what happened with Gone with the Wind. However, then came Marvel Studios that have been making incredible movies since Iron Man, Spider-Man, you name them. As everyone knows, anyone that's around now, I kind of sound discouraged, but the Avengers Endgame. Now, here we go. This is on 4K. And there's the rest of it on the back. Now, all I can tell you about the Endgame is I bought it. My kids are absolutely crazy about the Avengers. Myself personally, I've never even watched the movie. I kind of feel embarrassed that I've never watched it. And, everyone says, are you kidding me? It's like the top movie of all time. How can you not watch that? So, here's the guru guy. Well, for me, I'm just like, well, who wants to, watch the last film in a series that's been going on? And so you know nothing about the past, So what I've done and what I've been doing is going back to, they call it what do they call it? Phase 1, I think is what it's called. So this is the phase 1. That was the end of phase 1 of the Marvel movies, and now they're doing phase 2 that just started up. So I'm going back and starting at the beginning, like Iron Man 1, Hulk 1. I'm watching the in order over the years. So when I finally get to Endgame, it will all make complete sense to me because I'll know what the heck's going on. I'm not one of those that likes to just jump through all the films. I haven't watched a lot of those films. I haven't watched an Avengers movie, period. Yeah, I'm a guru guy. I have never watched an Avengers movie. Crazy. I think I do own them all. I think I own all the Marvel films too. But I just, no time. So, that was number 1. 2019 that came out. Whopping $2,797,800,564. Now, as you know, we have no chance in any movie in 2020 is going to even probably make the top 1,000, just because COVID has killed theaters. There's nothing, which is sad, because, movies like Mulan and Wonder Woman 1984 was supposed to be a huge film. There was a lot of really good movies that really could have done good in the box office, but it's just, obviously, you can go. There's no box office to go to, so there's nothing's going to be in here from 2020. So I'm just going to show you, I'm doing rundown. This is, like I said, from Box Office Mojo, and these are the top 1,000 box office money makers of all time. So Avengers Endgame, obviously number 1. Avatar is number 2 on the list. Titanic, right behind it, number 3 on the list. Jurassic Park is number 40 on the list. E.T. is number 92 on the list. Star Wars, number 100 on the list. Jaws, number 237. Exorcist, 265. Gone with the Wind is at 306. And Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs came in at 892. So these are just the movies that actually held the top spot for a period of time, before something knocked it off. So these are the original number 1s. So there are obviously films that made more money than these, but they weren't categorized as the number 1s. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. But I figured I'd just put this together this morning, actually, and said, geez, that'd be really a cool thing to talk about, is to pull my movies and talk about the top 10 top grossing movies of all time. There you have it. There you have the figures. And now you can say, hey, I have that. I'm going to pull that movie. That was number 10 on the list. I want to watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs again. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Lulu's over there enjoying her bone. Don't forget to subscribe. Please push the like button. I'm sorry this video went so long again, but I get talking. And to show you the stuff inside too does take some time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I meant to show you, and maybe I can show you extremely quick here. But as anyone can see, the classic film Mary Poppins. But the thing that I thought was kind of weird is if you look at Dick Van Dyke. Now, what was Dick Van Dyke's job? Was a chimney cleaner. And, what are chimney cleaners in history known to be dying from, I guess you would say, would be cancer, throat cancer. So I just thought it was kind of strange that when I paused this, and I didn't do it on purpose, I just happened to hit pause just to show you that I was watching Mary Poppins. But if you look here, I don't know if you can see, or maybe you can zoom in, but right here, there's a great big black mark on his throat, right above his handkerchief. I think you can see it, but it just kind of made me think, I wonder if Disney did that on purpose to show the dangers of being around smoke, even if it is smoke from a chimney, causing throat cancer. So, okay, that was just my tidbit for the day. So, I'll come down here to say goodbye. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. Please press like, and don't forget to push the bell to see my upcoming videos. Have a great day. Lulu and I say goodbye. Bye-bye.